A friend of mine was asking me how to explain for Trinity. Now, Trinity is the belief that God is three in one. So she's a Christian and she's asking me, how do you explain Trinity? Okay, let me try to do it. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you understand that whatever explanations that I'm having is only my opinion. I do not represent any particular religion on this, so it is only my opinion. Is that all right? Okay, let's proceed. I am utterly convinced in my life that there is just one God. And many a times I will refer to this one God as one. And for me, this one God has nothing to do with energy, consciousness, or whatever forces that we may think of. As far as I am concerned, this one God is unlocatable, undescribable, and infinite. And it is from this singular point that all things are derived from, whether it be consciousness, energy, or whatever we want to think of it. It is from this only one singular point that all things are derived from. For lack of words, I have used the word point, singular point. But the truth is that it is not a point. I simply do not have any word to describe God. And from this one singular comes all things, seen and unseen, solid and unsolid. Whatever we conceive can never discover this singular. Only its manifestations are we able to know it. So we can have as many manifestations as we want to imagine. So we can describe the Father, and we can use a description, the Son, and we can have another description, the Holy Spirit. But what is most interesting of all is that these manifestations, being a manifestation in itself, is never the one singular. And all manifestations, they are different, some are alike. So in the same way, the Father is not like the Son, and the Son is not like the Holy Spirit. They're all different. And so this is how I see God. And certainly, I am very persuaded that we can use three important basic manifestations of God. And why do I say that? Because you find it in Torah that God is the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. But please remember, there is just one God. But Abraham understands God perhaps differently from the way Isaac understands God, from the way Jacob understands God. In fact, every person experiences God in a different way. However, for the one singular, no one knows, and it is unknowable. And there's another reason why I'm persuaded to use three basic manifestations. Looking from the perspective of science, I noticed that matter can be manifested in three forms, right? They can be in gas, in liquid form, and solid form. And we know from science that matter itself is not really solid, nor liquid, nor gaseous. From science itself, we know that we don't really know what matter is, because basically, if you look at it, you only see frequencies. You only see a set of vibrations, a waveform. In truth, nobody knows what matter is. Nobody knows what exactly is a pulsation that you see in the night sky. We can use words to describe them, but we don't really know what they exactly are. You see, in truth, we don't really know. And everything we know about this universe, which we define, is only based on what we think in the imaginations of our mind. We construct them scientifically, yes. We use mathematics to discuss it, but we don't really know what exactly it is. We experience them with our two hands. We hold them as solid and liquid and gas. What exactly they are, we don't really know because it's basically frequencies, pulsations. Pump, 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 pump. So you don't know. The space of the universe is very large, but we still hear pulsations in the night sky. We can actually bend them, we can actually experiment with it, but we don't know what exactly they are. In the very same way that we don't know who we are. Who am I? I don't know. Who you are? We don't know. We just experience life going through what we see and we experience, but we don't know anything at all. And it's because of this fact that I believe that all things are manifestations. That's all. They're just manifestations. But the one singular, we never will know. This is my understanding of what is happening. So all my life, I'm looking for that one singular. And how do I find it? Okay. See, the one singular is found everywhere. It's in every matter, in every consciousness, in every energy, in everything you can imagine of. In every manifestation that are taking place in the universe, the one singular is found there. In other words, the one singular is in me and is also in you. And this is where I can search for God. I can search for God only in me because I know that the one singular is found within everything that is manifested. And that's how I understand God.